Good morning. How's it going? It is the 10th of August, and it's the morning rant. How we doing? I'm good. Well, we'll get to it. But right now, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. I'm mad. It's time to rant. That's what this show is all about. And I'm mad at 600 people. 600 of you. Actually, I'm just disappointed. Very disappointed in you. Yep, I'm disappointed. So over my little time here, a little spell between spells. I got a different cup, y'all. Check it out. I'm a coffee pothead. Get it? It's a pothead. It's a coffee. Anyway, good morning. How's it going? It's that time of the morning, and that's where I tell you everything that pisses me off. But one thing I got. We're starting this off strong here. Yeah, as I said, during the spells between spells. No, I'm not a wizard. I'm not a gargoyle. Do gargoyles do spells? Nah, fuck it. Anyway, getting off topic. I'm flipping through my little things, and I always love a good story. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about good stories. Stuff that just good old-fashioned stories. Everybody, we need a good old-fashioned story right now. You know, we got everything going on between the election and the COVID and the what's my kid gonna do? You know. I mean, they gotta go back to doing nothing, man. Who's gonna take care? Anyway, we're gonna talk about this shit anyway. That's what we're talking about. That's what the problem is. You know? We got shit going on. We got too much going on. Anyway, the story's about. You could get on. It popped in somehow in my feed or something like that. I'll be honest with you. I like to get on my. I looked at Google because it gives me all the stuff that I Google. You know. It's like Big Brother's listening. And he goes, oh, you were looking for this? Well, I got this and this and this and this and this. Oh, you look at a lot of Georgia stuff? That's fine. Okay. Celtics, okay. Yeah. They're winning. Good job. Dodgers won, too. That's awesome. They played the Giants. I think it's repeating itself. But as I'm scrolling through my YouTube feed, it also does the same thing. Most people, things that I subscribe to, which, speaking of which, you should be subscribing to this channel. What's wrong with the people? Although we did had 100. We'll get to them too. It's my birthday's mark. Hey, I don't want to. He always does that little fingers thing. I like it. But no, anyway, we'll get to it. It's on YouTube. But it's called Poor Man's Meal. And it's about a 91-year-old woman telling her story about the meals that she had in the Great Depression. Sweet old lady. She's like, we didn't have shoes. I had to quit school because we didn't have shoes. She had that little. Anyway, she had this meal that she would cook for her grandkids, and her grandkids would come over and they enjoyed the meal. They said, this is the best. I love this meal. You know? And it showed her to do the whole thing. And she peeled these old potatoes. She's like, oh, yeah, we used to get potatoes in a big bag for only $1 because it was during the Great Depression during this meal. This is the poor man's meal. So what her parents used to cook this for her, because they didn't have anything else. She was too poor to go to school. She didn't have socks, she didn't have clothes. And she's telling her this story as she's peeling these old potatoes, these old crooked hands. It's like, meh. And she cuts up the onions. And she cuts up frozen hot dogs. Fucking frozen hot dogs. Just chop. Little bitty pieces. Cooks all this together. Adds a little water. You know? Anyway, it's the sweetest little story. About the poor man's meal. And I go and I'm looking and I'm like, and then I look. And there's 600 dislikes. You pieces of shit. Can't understand it. How could you dislike the story? How could you dislike this old lady? How could you dislike the Great Depression? I mean, I don't like it, but it happened. It's history. It sucks. Probably going through it again. Anyway, I don't get into topics like that. But yeah, man, 600 people disliked this old lady's story, man, and it was such a great story. I'll tell you what, you go back and you look at it. I say we blast this old woman's story up. It's called The Poor Man's Meal. There's an old woman on it. Let's look at it. And I said I didn't want to do this today. I didn't want to get on my phone. Let's turn it down anyway. I didn't want to get on my phone, but I want to look it up. I'm going to look it up. Poor Man's Meal. There it is. Boom, right there. Poor Man's Meal. There she is. It's only a 7.5, almost an 8-minute movie about the Great Depression. Just 3 of them. Why does she have 3 of them? Let's see. I want to put this on here. 603 now. 3 more. 603 people. You suck. Let's look at the other one. Holy shnikes. She's got 1.5 thousand people. Dislikes. Only 109,000 likes. Yeah. Poor old thing. Let's see about the 7.5 minute. Yeah, 1.6 thousand people hate this movie. Oh. Damn, she's got 707,000 subscribers. And it's all about the Great Depression cooking. Damn, I didn't even notice. I didn't even watch the rest of it. Peppers and eggs, anyway. Sweet old lady. How could you dislike that? People got problems. You 600 people, you 1,005, 1,006. People got problems. Fuck you, man. Pieces of shit. Anyway, that's my first thing to bitch about. Or my first good story, I guess. Go back and check it out, man. Apparently, she's just cool old lady. Anyway. Cool old lady's got more subscribers than I do. That's awesome. Tell the story, lady. There's a spot in. It's coffee. But I like this old cup. Somebody got it. Naomi got it for me because she knows that I love coffee. And it's fine. My next story is also about the Great Depression. So we're gonna label this one Great Depression stories, and I'm not taking the poor old lady's, her gig. I think she passed away though. So, but speaking of coffee, this is what we're talking about, the coffee. So what I do, and some of y'all know this, I'm gonna hear. 8 hairs hanging. I always get them like right here. Now you'll tickle to the bottom of your arm. You're like, what the hell is that? Anyway. Oh. No, my other story is about my favorite coffee that I drink. Typically, yes, I would promote Jittery Joe's and all that stuff, not Starbucks and not Dunkin' Donuts because they're stupid, materialistic bullshit crap. But although Jittery Joe's sells Smirks too, so anyway. I just don't like them. I like Jittery Joe's. They're local. Gotta love them. But no, the Chock full of nuts. It was based out of Brooklyn, New York, or Manhattan, I think. Yeah, somewhere around in there. It started. This is a good old-fashioned story, and this is why I like them. Although they did sell out now, I don't like. Anyway, but for a while there, they did. Anyway, we'll get into it. Chock full of nuts. The story is they were an old. They sold peanuts for like baseball games and stuff like that, to pass buyers and stuff. And peanuts were just a hot commodity. It was like, ooh, it's a luxury. It's like, And then the Great Depression came around, and they didn't need that shit. They couldn't sell that stuff no more because ain't nobody buying it. No one was buying luxuries anymore. They were just buying, So they switched it up, and they had a nut cheese. Well, they switched it up and started selling coffee and sandwiches. And then they opened up one store there, and they opened up another store, and then they opened like 17 more. And they had this signature, but they never changed their name because it was expensive to change the name and to do this and do that. So they always kept it as Chock full of nuts. And they would sell coffee, but like everybody else, they would start to water it down. But no, not Chock full of nuts. They was like, no, we're not going to water it down, but we did go up in the price. So Anyway, it used to be a good story, but then and I was all about it because they never went to K-Cups like this other sick ass people go to. I hate K-Cups. Hate them. Brew a cup of coffee. It's delicious. Don't get that old K-Cup crap. It doesn't make it right. Mm. Mm. Anyway. So, anyway, they ended up selling out the Bisco or some shit. Anyway, it's a story I always liked. But then they sold out. They sold out and started making the K-Cups like everybody else. Because they got to join the bandwagon. I guess that's how they go. I never understood that thing. Hop on the bandwagon. It's like, oh, we're only good when they're playing. They're playing good. But I mean, I've always liked good bands. I've always liked bands that even when they didn't play good. And I was like, I still listen to this shit. This band sucks. Yeah, I know, right? Jamming though, right? Man. So I'm going to get on this one. We're going to recap from last week. So I'm going to get back and I'm going to talk about... by the way, I need to apologize. Their name, the guy was commenting and everything like that, it was Wes Potter's nephew. I don't know if it was which sister's kid it was, but... because I haven't seen the kid. And if it was one kid, then... I don't know if she even has kids. I never knew her kids. Only one. But man, I haven't seen that kid since he was like this tall, man. He was a little kid. Anyway, it's called Scooge. He does movie critic. He's a movie critic. And he reached out to me saying, hey, you seem like a movie buff. I love movies. I do. Yeah, I love movies. A lot of people say, hey, have you ever seen something? Yeah, I have. It's good. But we're going to get back on the Christian Slater movies. See, the one thing about this house and the last house didn't have that. You know, we lived at a dead end and there was never any traffic. Now it's like every 4 minutes. Man, anyway, what can you do? I like the house though. So, back to saying that Christian Slater sucks. I'm sorry. I gotta throw this one on me. Christian Slater doesn't suck. Some of his movies did. Half of them probably. But I got a list of movies that were awesome movies. And the thing is, he actually did a really good job. And we go back and the movie. First movie I ever saw of Christian Slater was Gleaming the Cube. And it was probably at that time in my life was one of my favorite movies because I was all into skating, but I couldn't skateboard. I couldn't skateboard to save my life. For some reason, one foot on one thing and trying to scoop with the other, I could never do it. Just I was a clumsy little white kid that just couldn't do shit. I'd get on it and ride it down a hill. I'd sit on it until one day I'm flying down this hill and I dropped my Mountain Dew. I had a Dr. Pepper. It was a Dr. Pepper. I had a Dr. Pepper in my hand. I dropped it. It's rolling with me. It wasn't open, I remember that. But I went to get it, and I'm scooting down, so here I go, and I put my feet down, and I just go, and just start flying through the air. I'm like 10, 12 feet. Just slide my hands across the freaking concrete, or the asphalt. It sucked. I don't think I don't get on skateboards anymore. Because of that. That was a rough time, man. It was a big skating time, though. You know, Tony Hawk had just coming out. This movie here, Gleaming the Cube, was out. I think that was maybe an '89 movie. I gotta get my information right quick. Get my information better before we get off. It was '89, so it wasn't even out yet. But let's see, no, it wasn't out then. But I do remember watching the movie. I guess the day after '89. Great movie. Christian Slater, he's only 50. He's only 9 years older than me. Thought he was much older than that. I thought he was at least in his 60s. Because I was 10. I guess he was 7. I guess he was 20 when he made that movie. Nah. Anyway, Gleaming the Cube, great movie. It had Tony Hawk in it. Who else? That was it. Now that Richard Hurd guy. Anyway, it was about, his brother-in-law got kidnapped, and he had to go save him. I remember him hanging onto the back of a Pizza Hut delivery guy. And that was he was also like a known skater. But him and Tommy Hawk were in the truck. Anyway, great movie. Go check it out. I wish I could find it. I wish I could. I wonder if we could watch it. Watch now. Watch list. No. Watch it. Watch options. On Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime. It's on there. Go watch it. I will as soon as we get done watching this, or as soon as I get done recording this. Another movie, Pop Up the Volume. Great movie. It's about him being Harry Hard-On, and he's like a pirate DJ. And that's what I was talking about last week with the girls. Rebellion. That's what it was all about. You got Prince of Thieves. He was a narc. He was a rat bastard. I think he didn't do it though, but he just saving his life like twice. And a kid. He was in an interview with a vampire. Boom. Great movie. He's like I think he was like the little apprentice or something like that. But, by the way, he was in Young Guns 2. Part 2 are the Young Guns. Also a great movie. He was in another great movie, Cuffs. You remember that movie? Cuffs. He goes off because he's broke. He goes off to talk to his brother. His brother ends up getting killed. He was a cop also. Both of them were cops. And then he has to take over the precinct. Precinct 59 or whatever. I don't know. 13 or 21. Great movie. Alright, now we're getting to 3 more movies. And these are movies that are my favorite movies. Like top movies. I'd say top 50. It's in the top 50. All 3 of them. One of the best. I don't know, I think it was a Disney movie. One of my favorite movies. And I still think about it every time I hear the na 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 na. Oh, COVID. Get the sanitizer. That's not funny. Anyway, and that movie is Fern Gully. Used to watch it all the time with my sister back in the day when we all used to sit around and watch Disney movies and shit like that. Fern Gully. Video would come on. Na, na, one more time. Na, 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 na. Now, every time I hear that song, I was like, yeah. Do the Watusi. Do the alligator. Whatever. I don't know. Another great movie there. The other second movie, Murder in the First. Great movie. Christian Slater, Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon tried to killed some dude because he was trying to get bread. And he was the one that went it, and he was in solitary confinement for so long, scratching the walls, hair's growing out, beard like mine. His was a little longer. It's like I did for 3 years or some shit. Jesus. Was it that Gary Oldman? Was the warden, I think. Anyway, can't remember. Not looking it up. Not. Gotta look it up. Also, a great movie. But another great movie with starring Christian Slater. True Romance. Bam. I mean, let's talk about this. You had Patricia Arquette. You had Balki Bartokomous. He was that guy. You had Mike Poop. I don't want to look it up. Anyway, it was like his cousin. You had Brad Pitt. Hey man, yeah man, he's not here, man. No man, he's just smoking out of the little what you call it, honey bear. He was a big pothead. There's like some old hippies like here. Yeah, Gandolfini. What was his first name? No, that's Paul Giamatti. Anyway, Tony Soprano. as everybody knows him as. Yeah, also a great movie. That was a good movie. If you have not seen that, watch it. Don't know where you can find it. I'll look it up. You can look it up. You find it. That's your homework for a week. Go fucking watch True Romance. Tell me how you like it. Hit me up. Yeah, do that one there, Scooge. You know, blast that. Those are great movies right there. I just gave you a whole list of movies. Watch them. Tell me what you think. We'll have a whole knockdown on this one, man. Cause at Fern Gully, he was the I think it was yeah, it was the girl, the little fairies, you know, um, the dude who got put in the friend zone. Christian Slater got put in the friend zone by a fucking elf or fairy or whatever it was. I don't know. What were those little things? Anyway, yeah. So Christian Slater. Boom. I'm gonna give you 2 thumbs up, man. Yeah, you've had some shit movies, but man, I tell you right there, that right, all those right there make up for it. Yeah. All right. So have you ever been playing Punch Bug? You ever play Punch Bug? This is how I know that my daughter is my daughter. Now, yeah, Bill Cosby had the best show right there, or the best idea for a show. Kids say the darndest things because this might have been the darndest thing my kid ever said. It's kind of sick, but it's so funny. It's messed up. Anyway, we're playing Punch Bug, and everybody's heard of Punch Bug. You've played Punch Bug. You know, that's when you're riding around in the car. We saw play it. We always used to all play it when we were kids and teenagers. Boom! You see a punch bug, you hit each other in the arm, never in the face, hit each other in the leg, maybe. Bam! Catch a hot one. Anyway, so me and my daughter were playing this game, riding down the road, and there's different rules to it. You know, I guess I don't know. I don't know where these rules came up with between me and my daughter. That we can, if you get a convertible, you can hit them twice. If it's an old one, you get to hit them twice. But you got to say punch bug, no punch back, because if you do, they can put you back. And it's just too complicated. To be honest with you, it should just be punch bug, boom, one good time. Anyway, that's the way I've always played. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. So anyway, we're playing, and all of a sudden, bam, there it is. Pop, one good time in the leg. She goes, "You triggered my sphincter." I said, "What? I gotta poop now." Excuse me. What did you just say? And this is my daughter. This is what my daughter said. "You trigger my sphincter." I'm like, whoa, first, ooh. You have to give the kids one of those, what the? Yeah, but I tell you, I don't know where she gets it from. I don't know where she gets it. Oh. All right, and now we've gotten to it. We've gotten to almost to the ending, but I gotta give a shout out one time. Last Thursday, August 6th, 2020, we lost a really cool person. I know we've lost a lot of cool people, and this year's been a tough year. I mean, every year's a tough year. Every day's a tough day right now. Well, we lost a really good person. That was an old friend of mine, Eric Scott Patterson. He was. Everybody knows I love, and I still do. I've been listening to this band for 15 years, maybe 17. Let's see. Yeah, he was the lead singer for Groove Stain, and he later on started doing karaoke at the Alamo in Noonan. So a lot of the Noonan people knew him. Some of my friends know that I listen to Groove Stain, so they've heard his music. Some of my old friends used to know it. The guy that does the production on the stuff, the Pig Entertainment, he was the one that actually turned me into this guy's music, and all of them are great friends of mine. Old Groove Stain. But here's to you, buddy. You will be missed. Yeah. So Eric Scott Patterson, man. This episode's to you, my friend. You are missed already. So, yeah, it's tough, man. Everybody's got a few, and it's like my dad said one time. You get to this age that I was 20 when I lost, I guess, my first friend. Um, but yeah, and now it's 20 more years, and now we're starting all, you know. But his was sudden, and then anyway, you're gonna be missed, my friend. And since then, yeah. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to the end of this. But yeah, great guy. Never. Always saw a smile on this dude's face. Great guy. Great guy. So this episode was for you, my friend. On that note, I'm gonna see you, and I'm out. Have a good one. See you next week, y'all.